Hey, family. I have a question for y'all this week. How does a man go to bed in his own house and wake up that following morning blind with a bullet that traveled through his face with only two people in the house and a sitting judge will be arrested for the crime? This is the story of how Judge Sonya McKnight fell from grace and fell up off that bench.
And I'm not talking about no TV judge either. I'm talking about a real judge out of Pennsylvania. Former Dauphin County Judge Sonya McKnight, black woman, came up in Harrisburg, beat the incumbent, put that robe on, and was supposed to be the one saying all rise. But on a quiet night in February 2024, it's not all rise. And even before we get to this, they say Sonya was down at that courthouse cutting the food. They say her and her people were still in time. She was pulling her own court records of people that was suing her. She thought she was the HBIC up down there at that courthouse. Then, allegedly, because I don't know, her son was Can't Ban the Snowman up in Pennsylvania, got pulled over with that C-Rag. Miss Lady goes down to the scene causing a ruckus, okay? Doing what people do. Call your sergeant. Who's your sergeant? Why you got my kid? Goes in the car, take all the drug paraphernalia out, put it back in her car. This is all why she's a sitting judge, by the way, my friends. Just doing the absolute most. Right? Right. Even before we get there, she gets married to Mr. Enoch. Her and Mr. Enoch, good marriage, whatever. They break up like most people do. Back and forth. Restraining order here. Don't come around me. Don't talk to me. I don't want to be around you. None of that. It was supposed to be none of that. She gets this man on the phone some way, somehow, say, come and move this furniture to my neighbor house. He come. It's a restraining order. He not supposed to be around this lady, y'all. He goes to her house. Do y'all know that man leave on a stretcher because she done shot him in his hand and his groin? Boom. That's the first person she shot. So the DA get it. They say, okay, she's a judge. We got to put this somewhere else. We got to figure out what's going on. They deem because she had a protection order against him that they wasn't gonna press no charges. They don't want nothing to do with him or her. They throw it out, right? Okay, so boom, she popped Enoch. This is the house in which she popped Enoch at. Everybody there. Get him out of here. Got to take him to the hospital. What is going on? Now, when they take her to the court, they free her. They tell her, we not gonna press charges. Y'all auntie come out with her hands raised. Hallelujah. I didn't do anything. Now, one would think if you got away with shooting this man, you would sit your ass down, but she didn't do that. So Miss Girl just start doing stuff on the bench. She starts not showing up for work. She starts missing cases. She starts not being found. I told y'all she was the queen pin to her son, moving all them illicit substances across some people interstates. She was just going crazy. But in the midst of all this chaos and confusion, she got her a new man. And this is her new man, Michael McCoy. So they doing the relationship. She moved out the house in which she popped Enoch in, and she moved in with Mr. Mike. And they was dating for about a year. The relationship ends like most relationships do, right? So he go out one night. He goes to this place called Crawdaddy's. He telling his friends like, yo, when I get back, Sonya got to go. I'm going to call her mama. She got to get out of my house. Now, mind you, these people like 50, 60 years old, but whatever. He's like, yeah, she got to get out of my house. He goes home that night. He tells Sonya, listen, I'm done. I want you out my house. If you don't listen, I'm going to call your mother. You have to go. This was Friday night. He told her, I want you gone by Saturday. And Saturday is just the next day. He went out on Friday. He came home on Saturday, said, you need to go, Miss Lady. So she looked this man in his face and said, are you serious? Are you seriously saying that you don't want to be with me? You can't be serious. He was dead ass serious. So he left it at that. He not thinking anything of it. He go get in his bed. He go to sleep. He said he wake up to anguish. He didn't know what was going on. He said he can't see. So now he is up. She is up. They're fumbling around the house trying to figure out why his brain is hurting like it's hurting. And eventually somebody decides to call the 911 people, right? 911 come. He's talking to them like, yo, did I have an aneurysm? Did I have a stroke? And the people like, no, sir, you're shot. You're shot in your head. And while they're telling him that he's shot in his head, she over there talking about, why did you do that to yourself? Why did you shoot yourself? Mike, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Mike told them people, I did not do anything to myself. And if I'm shot, it's because this lady shot me. So this time, Sonya went so lucky. So as they are piecing it together, they're talking to him. Like, obviously they had to rush him to the hospital, but they was getting bits and pieces of what they could get from him. And he just told them, y'all, I did not do this to myself. I don't know what she's talking about, but I assure y'all, I didn't do this to myself. So while they're trying to piece it together, she is walking throughout the house continuously washing her hands, washing her hands, washing her hands. She's a judge. She obviously knows how gunshot residue goes. So she's washing her hands, washing her hands. So eventually they say, yeah, we're not going to continue to keep playing with you. They book her, take her down to the station. They take her down to the station and they say, hey, we need your clothes because we need to test them. She goes in the bathroom. She drops her clothes in the toilet, talking about, oh, gave them wet clothes. Oh, I'm sorry, it fell in the toilet. At this point, she playing games. And they're trying to figure out, you're the only one that has your head intact while this man is down in surgery. 1 + 1 is equaling 152 at this point. Miss Lady, you need to tell us what's going on. She is still saying, I didn't do it. I don't know what to tell y'all. I didn't do it. Maybe y'all need to go talk to Michael. I'm very, very sure she thought this man was not going to make it. So she was doing all that with the intent that only her story was going to be the story to be told. So she went to jail that night. With her cute little glasses on, she went to jail. And they sent her in there. They did not give her no bond. They did not trust anything that she was saying because at this point, she was showing them that she was a danger to Harrisburg. So this year, May 2025, they found her guilty of attempted murder and a whole other slew of things. So they do that. Do y'all know this lady comes to court when it's like Michael get up there, he said, I'm like, look, I didn't do this to myself. I'm changed for life. I no longer look like the man that I knew. Her people get up and say she was a church woman. She was a parent, advocate. She was a judge. She was all these things. And then she didn't speak at her trial, but she definitely got up and talked at the sentencing. So Miss Girl goes to court like this with her sunglasses on, sat in court like this with her sunglasses on, spoke to the judge like this with her sunglasses on and said, y'all pretty much lying on me. Y'all lying on me. I didn't do this, and you need to look at all the good I did in my past because that's all that mattered. I did not shoot him. He shot himself, and he simply just don't remember. And y'all is lying on my name, and I'm a judge, and I am good, and what? That's pretty much what she was saying. The judge went by none of that. He said that he thinks that she did it on purpose, and he definitely thinks that she used her job in a way that she thought would get her off of the case. It wasn't working. Nobody was buying it. They sentenced this lady to 13 and a half to 30 years. She like 50 something. She's probably going to expire in that jailhouse. But if you want to hear the entire case, please go find the Black Docket on all platforms. The Red Box, the not the Red Box, the movie place, but YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. Like, share, send it to your friends, whatever. Listen. Bye, and I'll see y'all next week.